Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. We got more Transformers with our guest, Raven.
More than meets the eye.
Yep, as we are jumping into the other Transformers crossover we didn't get to, besides the one that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Can you remember that? Way back in the early days, you, me, Eric, and Alex all went over the other Transformer crossover. Transformers versus Terminator, Transformers Mars Attack, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future.
If you want to do that other one, you're going to have to get someone else. It ain't happening, man.
Are you certain? You're certain about that? Would you do it if I had someone else on here with you? To suffer along with you?
No, because I'm not that cruel to have someone suffer with me. Moving on. Star Trek versus Transformers.
Right. And if you know, yeah, they have Windblade here.
Yeah, she's the fan-created Transformer.
And I like her still. I think she always had good potential. I feel that the internet tried, the early culture war, tried to make her something she wasn't.
Honestly, I just think she was just... I mean, the fan community, the Transformers community just wanted a new female Transformer. They told Hasbro what they wanted, and Hasbro made her. The problem is Hasbro went a little too far in pushing her.
Especially having IDW make her the leader of the Autobots for a good length of time.
Oh, sweet Jesus, they did?
Yep. After Optimus left, which was, I loved it. IDW did a Death of Optimus Prime issue, but really, he didn't die. He just gave up being Optimus and was back to being Orion Pax.
Oh, well. And in any case,
Optimus did die. Like I said, I like that. I do like that. I do like how that's playing with expectations there. Everyone's like, oh boy, again. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I just think that they tried to push Windblade too much. They gave her so many fucking powers and abilities and way too much authority.
Oh, yeah. But I think she's mellowed out since then.
No, she's always had a really good personality. That's the one thing that they did right with her, is that she doesn't...
She's not a I am woman bot, hear me war.
No, she's not one of those what so fucking never. Nope. Although I'm sure Hasbro wanted her to be that.
But given the person who wrote her, I'm pretty sure is usually one of those writers, but didn't go that far.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Like, she's always been a little bit more down to earth. But the thing is, like, for whatever reason, she has been given more power than any other Transformer in recent year.
Yeah, again, like I said, they made her the leader.
More so than Optimus, more so than Rodimus, more so than fucking Megatron.
And yet they never made her a Prime. I think they realized that would have been going too far.
Yeah, they stopped short of that, and thankfully they're kind of backing off of her now. Now that she's rarely appearing in many stories now, and also, she's only gotten like maybe one new toy in the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, heck, this is the only one besides the other crossover that shall not be named. This is the only other time where she's appeared in one of these crossovers with a main role. Like, she was in the background in Transformers versus the Terminator, but she died when the T-800 blew up the Ark.
I'm surprised they had the balls to kill her off.
I think they were more. It was easier to do it when she was deactivated or in stasis compared to if she was activated and they killed her off.
I don't like the fact that they fucking had her along with the rest of the Autobots in the Ark. That's the dumb thing. I don't like.
Well, and I think that was meant to be more of just a background gag.
Yeah. Although it would make sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same time because she always has that geisha look going on.
True.
So how would she have like a geisha look? That's a human thing.
True. But anyway, so yeah, this is Star Trek, the animated series that they're crossing over with. And that's why the artist actually very well recaptured the filmation design for them.
All right, so keep in mind that I have zero experience with this cartoon or most of Star Trek. I've only ever watched 5 or 6 of the films, a couple of the Next Generation, all 3 of the new ones, and a couple of the first, was it 6 or 7 films that they did?
Yep, I should make it clear that this is set in between and post the live action series, but before the movies.
Okay, so I have no fucking idea what the hell's going on then.
All right. Okay. Well, basically, it's still Kirk and the others' time. Chekhov is gone for a while. I believe it was later explained that he'd left to actually go finish his training. Because remember, he's always been ensign, so he's actually learning to become a commander. So that's why he got.
Chekhov's the kid, right?
Yes, the Russian kid.
Oh yeah. In the new movies, the actor died in a car accident.
Technically, it was with a car, but it wasn't a car accident. Basically, the car, I think, was in park, came down while he was going to the gate to get mail, slammed into him and wedged him.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. He was basically cut in half.
Wait, I don't think it was cut in half. It was just simply the pressed on him, like, ugh.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it wasn't that brutal and gory, but it was still brutal.
Yeah. God, wasn't he only like I want to say like 20 years old?
Something like that. Oh, geez, I forgot the guy's name. I know he played Kyle in Terminator Salvation. Anton Yelchin, and he was, how old was 27?
27. Holy shit! I thought he was way younger than that.
Nope, 27.
Wait, when did he die?
2016.
27 at 20. Oh wow, he was a year older than me.
Huh? Yeah, he was born in 89.
Yeah, 89. He's a year older than me.
Yep. Well, anyway, let's dive in.
Yep.
I just read I got the wrong windows here. Hold on. Otherwise, I'm going to be constantly looking to the side. Captain's log. The Enterprise has been called to Cygna 7, a remote dilithium mine dangerously close to the Klingon border. The miners have reported an increasingly hostile Klingon presence, accumulating into the distress call that led us here. Situation, Uhura. I can't get through to the outpost, Captain. Some sort of unusual interference is blocking subspace transmissions. Sensors detect no starships in the immediate vicinity, Klingon or otherwise, and readings from the surface are scrambled. Something or someone is preventing us from scanning. Lieutenant RX, you have the con. Maintain standard orbit maintain standard orbit. It seems this situation will require a hands-on approach. Mr. Spock, Mr. Sulu, you're with me. Energize. Now, Lieutenant RX is this guy here with the arm coming out of his chest. He replaces Chekhov, and then this woman and this cat furry's wet dream. It's Maris. They took advantage of this being animated to create full-on alien creatures that they normally couldn't do in the show without blowing their budget and too fast.
Huh.
Let's be honest, that would have been true, right? Having stuff like that would have definitely killed the budget more so.
Yeah.
And oh my.
You're really enjoying the voices for the Star Trek characters, aren't you?
You should have heard me do on the Star Trek Green Lantern stuff I did with Foxy and Steph.
Who's the tiger lady or lion
lady? That's Maris. I said her name's Maris.
Okay.
I said the name earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I said she's the furry's wet dream.
Oh, is she? Okay. Yeah, I can tell.
Yep, get down, Captain. Maris! My fur's a bit ruffled, but otherwise I'm fine. But these don't look like any Klingon warships I've ever seen. Fascinating. The vehicles appear to be of human design. Late 20th century. Military aircraft. Pre-eugenics wars. That eugenics wars, the stuff was Khan and everything. And that's why
Khan!
Ow!
Sorry.
Khan!
No, I gotta say it as loudly as that.
I know.
Oh my god, did you ever watch the Nostalgia Critics review of Mortal Kombat Annihilation when he used the Khan thing?
Knock it off!
I laughed my fucking ass off when I watched that the first time. Oh,
I still keep an eye on Critic from time to time. Probably one of the few people
I watch his videos from time to time as well. Like his older shit's really, really funny still.
Oh yeah, but I think he still has some good moments of his old days. But I will say this though, he definitely is holding on a lot better than those people that were about the the end the channel or whatever.
End the channel.
The former producers who called out everything from
the people that tried to cancel his ass.
Yeah. If you notice, he's still doing a lot better. The only one who seems to have any success barely is Linkara.
Yeah, but who knows who the fuck knows who Linkara is anymore?
Well, I still keep an eye on him, but I know what you mean. Anyway.
Nostalgia Critic, at least people know who he is.
And AVG Ed, who's still doing good.
Oh, yeah, but he's moved on to, like, other stuff. He's, like, a producer now.
No, he still does Nerd.
Oh, he still does that shit?
Yeah, he just did one a couple of weeks ago. Went over A Boy and His Blob.
Oh, shit, I have not paid attention to him.
And then before that, he did the rest of the Indiana Jones games. And he did that as if it was a follow-up to his original one.
It's just been a decade since I paid attention to anyone from that era. Like,
you should catch up. You should catch up on his
like
stuff.
AVGN, like whatever happened to Screw Attack. I know they got absorbed into Rooster Teeth, but
again,
and even Rooster Teeth, yeah.
Yep. Again, you should royally check. Oh, by the way, Red vs. Blue is coming back for a final season. Was Bernie writing it?
Didn't Bernie move to Japan?
No, I think not Japan, but somewhere out east. Yeah, but he can still work and do things remotely.
Oh, okay. I thought he left.
They're doing a final season that's wrapping everything up, and it's ignoring the more controversial seasons. As in, anything that happened after season 13 is rendered not canon.
Oh, cool. Because fuck all that shit.
Oh, yeah, I know. 13 was the last great season.
Yeah, when they beat the shit out of the meta.
No, that was 8 is when they dealt with the meta. 13 was the one when they were on the planet Chorus, and they dealt with Felix, that asshole bounty hunter.
Oh,
Felix
was the asshole.
Yep, and they dealt with the chairman. Boy, did that shock me that they brought the chairman back. The person that the director kept always talking to. I'm like,
yeah,
I never thought they would have him be an actual character.
Yeah. Okay, I remember all that stuff now. It was Felix.
But yeah, that is still canon. That is still canon. But anything else that happened after that has been revealed. Turns out all that was still simulations done by Epsilon Church.
Okay.
None of it was real. They were all simulations he did before. Well, it turns out he still hasn't deleted himself into separate parts. He's still trying to figure out what's going to happen and give him the best outcome.
Oh, okay.
So all of that was, and it even showed the. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here.
Way off topic. No response from the Enterprise. We're on our own now. Mr. Sulu, correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I'm aware, 20th century Earth didn't have airplanes that flew themselves. No one's flying them. These humans appeared out of nowhere. You fool! Why would a handful of organic creatures concern? That's right. These humans appear out of nowhere. You fool! Why would a handful of organic creatures concern me? Destroy them, because Megatron's clearly inside the cockpit, probably in his gun form.
Oh, okay.
I would say, Captain, that pilots or no pilots, something unusual is going on here. You're sure? You're sure, Mr. Spock? Mr. Spock? That's an excellent tactical analysis. But what they need and we need now is a way to free those miners before ka-choom! The good news is that the miners have clear passage out, but they're easy targets for the next wave. Captain, wait! It appears we are not alone. Maurice, look out! They have reinforcements. Hold your fire, Mr. Sulu. There may be more to this situation than meets the eye.
He said the thing.
Yep. Of course he would arrive and inspire our moment of victory. No matter. One Autobot is no match for our might. Sure, there he is.
I know. What the fuck? He's a tiny ass little gun.
Get out of the way. Hurry. Another vehicle from Earth Path. I think this one was called a truck. But why is it here? The Klingons must be controlling these machines remotely. A well-placed phaser shot should incapacitate it. Ka-cham! Did the truck just scream? More importantly, what's it doing now? The humans. It's a robot. Not like nothing I've ever seen. The size of it. Who's there? Who's speaking? He's injured, weak, do not... oh my God, I just realized it's the exact same spot from the movie!
Oh my God.
Or thereabouts. Do not waste time. Destroy Optimus Prime! Is there someone in there? Are you hurt? My life is of little significance. The humans. Protect the humans. I did not mean to drag them into our war. Not again. You there. Identify yourself. You are violating Federation space. Oh, are we? I suppose we'll have to leave peacefully then. Or, and this is just an idea, maybe we'll destroy you all instead. I give the orders, Starscream. Soundwave, bring them to their knees. And spare this one. What's her name?
Black Arachnia. Black Arachnia.
Is it?
This one isn't. No, not Black Arachnia. This one's Arachnid.
Arachnid.
Yeah, this one's from Prime.
I don't. Yep. Arachnid. Yep.
Arachnid. Yeah, she has kind of like 3 modes basically. She turns into a stealth helicopter.
So it's basically a version of Black Arachnia, in other words.
Yeah, but way more sadistic and evil.
Right.
Less. Well, she's cunning too, but this is Black Arachnia with no morals.
So basically, she was a full-on Decepticon instead of being a converted Maximal.
No, she was not a full-on
Decepticon. I mean Predacon.
No, she wasn't technically a Predacon either. But the thing is,
I'm saying this is basically what if Black Arachnia was that,
as
opposed to being a converted Maximal.
But Arachnid was one of the best villains from the Prime cartoon from the first 2 seasons or so. She was a true sadist and a very good match for RC.
Nice. Well, here clearly she's the
and a torturer. Yeah, she tortured people.
Right. Spare this one. He's cute. I'll keep him as a pet. Flattered, but you're not my type. No. Some kind of sonic weapon. And Captain, do you copy? Whatever that weapon is, it broke through the static blocking our communicators. I hear you, RX. Do your scans pick up the machines we found down here? Aye, sir. Scans are locked onto them. Good. Fire photon torpedoes at their location. Everyone, take cover. Megatron, I detected approaching. Ka-choom! Phasers, fire at max. And sound wave. And that's
that's Thundercracker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's like Soundwave is damaged. Let's get out of here. You coward, Thundercracker! I'll make you clean what's left of the humans off my turbines. No, the humans have unseen reinforcements. And fall back until we know more. Retreat is undignified.
Fun fact about Thundercracker. He is a clone of Starscream.
Yeah, I figured. And even right here, he looks just like that. You can see that right here.
And he is one of many clones of Starscream. There is Skywarp, Ramjet. Yep. Yeah, the list goes on and on. They're called the Seekers.
Right. But really, Starscream, but you're so good. Retreat is undignified. Really, Starscream, but you're so good at it. Ouch!
Oh, Arachnid's making fun of him.
Yeah.
I've always loved how Arachnid's propeller blades are actually her spider legs.
Ah! I detect a Decepticon signal coming from a nearby mood. We should investigate. Let's see about this other robot and what this other robot can tell us. It sounded like we weren't the first humans he met. It is unresponsive. I'm detecting electrical activity throughout its body, however. Perhaps we can deduce a way to repair it. Agreed. Kirk to Scotty. Here, Captain. Glad you're still alive. That makes 2 of us. I need you to join me down here to run some diagnostics. And bring Dr. McCoy with you. I don't know why I had to beam down, Jim. The medical team is taking care of the injured miners. I want you to have a look at this unusual patient we found. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. This isn't any simple machine, Bones. It spoke to us. So what? Lots of computers talk. In fact, sometimes I wish they'd shut up. This is different. I can't describe why, but it felt like it had a consciousness. Run your scans, and we'll compare them with Scotty's. I want to find out a way to wake it up again. And Captain, I'm detecting energy signatures within the mind. They seem to be of the same nature as this robot. Let's take a look. Spock, stay here. And the other Autobots.
Oh, okay.
And Spock, stay here. Call me if there's any changes. Yes, Captain. And That's the signal sound wave and sound wave detected. I don't believe my optic sensors. It's Tripticon! And it looks like someone's found him first. The Klingons! Commander, the humans who built this strange Federation base are returning. Hood, those are unlike any Starfleet vessels I've ever seen. More humans? Humans, you dishonor us with such slander. I am Commander Kirk and Curry of the Klingon Empire. If you're not Federation, what are you? Am I the only one here concerned by the abundance of tiny organic creatures shouting at us? I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. If you despise humans, we have something in common. The human beings had no right to be mining in this sector. We attacked them, but a lucky blast from their defense disabled our ship. That mine was our target as well. The humans brought reinforcements, something they called Enterprise. Kirk, if he's here, I will not stop until he suffers the worst of all deaths. I like the way these animals talk. Very well, Curry of the Klingons. Tell us what you know, and perhaps it will benefit us both.
Yay, Megatron.
Yep.
I love how fucking deceptive he is.
Yep. Well, I'll be a deep-fried possum on a stick. Incredible, isn't it? This thing's circuitry is as complex as a human brain. The energy coursing through its circuits looks just like synapses firing. Yeah, well, we still don't know how to wake it up. Let's hope Jim and the others are having better luck. The signals are coming from beyond the deepest reach of the mine shaft. Whatever down here must be ancient. Buried treasure, Mr. Sulu? Buried is right. The wall is composed of an unknown alloy. Perhaps we could adjust the Enterprise scans to probe deeper. I hate to think we came all this way here for nothing. We might be able to cut through the metal with our phasers. And Captain, the readings are fluctuating. The source of the strange signals is wham! Humans, you're the last thing we want to see. What have you done with Optimus Prime?
Oh, thank God they have Ratchet with them.
Yep. Ratchet, Jazz, Windblade, RC, and Bumblebee.
Oh, no, I'm just saying Ratchet's their fucking medic. He can wake up Optimus.
Obviously. And, of course, have him interact with Bones, of course.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Remind me again why waking this thing up is a good idea. Have a heart, Dr. McCoy. From what Captain and Kirk told us, this robot wanted to protect humans. We need to wake it up to find out where it's from and what it's doing here. I agree with Mr. Scott. The threat is minimal. Why am I not subtly relieved? The robots we battled were all marked with the same symbol, a symbol different from this one. I'd love to hook him up to a power battery to jolt him awake, but I don't even know where to plug in the battery. The electrical signals we detected inside the robot circuitry may prove the answers we seek. The signals bear striking resemblance to the neurological activity within humanoid brains. Perhaps I can utilize the Vulcan mind meld to... Yes, it's mine. Unlike anything I've ever... So long. It has lived so long. Traveling from a world at war, endless war. Cybertron going to Earth. Megatron. How? Not another world. I will not let you destroy another... So basically, they're combining their histories. That the Autobots were on Earth, but then left prior to the eugenics war.
And they took their robots in disguise thing a little too seriously, so that the humans didn't realize they were there.
Exactly.
Unlike the 80s cartoon, which they were out in the fucking open by the end of season 1.
Well, to be fair, if they were out and about, it probably got lost during the wars. Because that's the other thing. There was also like 2 world wars before and everything, and the eugenics war. All that before the Vulcans eventually came to Earth.
So a lot of time has passed between the 80s till now.
Till now, yes. And even a lot of time passed between the 80s and when they left Earth.
And this has got to be the most shocking thing he's ever done, because this is probably the oldest mind he's ever melded with.
Probably. With maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, but yeah.
No.
Those were probably...
I'm saying
those were probably beings that were way beyond ancient and way too powerful.
Yeah, but Optimus is billions of years old. He's older than our planet.
That's true, but Spock has also mind melded with ancient energy beings.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Spock, my God, man, you'll get yourself killed. I am all right, Doctor. Gents, whatever just happened to Mr. Spock, I think it works. My name is Optimus Prime, and you have my gratitude. Our minds were joined, but you are not human. I am Commander Spock. half-human first officer of the Federation Starship Enterprise. This is Chief Medical Officer McCoy and Chief Engineer Scott, both human. You deactivated during battle with the Decepticons. Where are they? They departed soon after we engaged them. You are the only robot here now. No, I'm not. I've had it with you humans. Jeez, Jazz! Tell us what you did with Optimus Prime, or we'll blast you to atoms. Come here, you. Too slow, robot. And who is Optimus Prime? Oh, sure, play dumb, just like a human. We've seen what humans are capable of. Damn, things must have went bad before they left for Jazz to be this jaded.
Yeah, Jazz, second in command of the Autobots. Jazz was always the nicest of the Autobots.
Again, I think given how they were on Earth throughout the 2 wars and they left around the time of the eugenics war.
Yeah.
I could see him being disheartened with humanity after that.
Because I was about to say, of all the Autobots, he is the one who is the most willing to give them a chance, even more so than Optimus.
Yeah, so again, that just tells you how bad it got.
Jesus
the fact that they left Earth should speak volumes.
Good God, what the fuck did they do to you, Jazz?
We won't let you get away with it again. Again? I think we remember that, and they think we've met before. I think we remember that mission. It looks like we're underground, Jazz. Blasting away probably isn't the wisest option. Gotcha! You're a funny-looking human. Just say the word and I'll send this one flying. Wait! Optimus Prime, you said. A robot like you, only he can change from a truck to a humanoid form? Don't get cute, you little bug. You know who he is. No, I don't. But I think I'm beginning to understand. My crew arrived here to find a Federation, a human mining operation under attack by robots like you. I hit one with my phaser, only to see it change and say it wanted to protect human life. I knew it! You killed Optimus Prime! What's a phaser? No, his circuits are still functioning. My crew is tending to him on the surface, but we were attacked by other machines. We finally drove them off and came down here to investigate stray signals that turned out to be you. Decepticons, most likely. Believe me, we come in peace. Just tell us, who are you? And Klingons, you say? Tell me, Klingons, how did you find our base? We were not looking for it, but our ship was damaged by the U.S.S. Enterprise, and we crashed here. But I believe our meeting was a fortuitous one. We both want to rid the mine of humans and destroy Captain Kirk and his ship and his crew. We do not need. Why do we need these creatures, Megatron? They could not defeat the pitiful humans the first time. You dishonor us. We were ambushed by the scheming Captain Kirk. Put me down, Metal Cur. I like your spirit, Curry of the Klingon, but Starscream is correct. Our power dwarfs that of you and the humans and you. Why should we avail ourselves of your help? Because the Enterprise will see you giants coming, but I can give you the element of surprise. Tell me, Megatron of Cybertron, what do you know of cloaking? Shit!
Excuse me? You bitch about fucking being ambushed and you're gonna say, oh, we're gonna surprise them now? Fuck?
Why can't you give them cloaking devices?
And that's more honorable?
Oh, but look at here. They actually referenced the stuff from the First Contact. The Next Generation movie.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, you want to know the story? Well, it ain't pretty. You tell him, Bumblebee. You always got along with the little critters. We all did, Jazz, but I guess times changed. My name's Bumblebee. Me and my friends are Autobots from the planet Cybertron. 4 million years ago, our planet was hurtling through space, out of control, and we had to blast some asteroids that, you know what? Forget it. Long story. The point is, we wound up on Earth, and we used our natural ability to change forms and blend in with Earth's vehicles. Our enemies, the Decepticons, made it to Earth too, but they wanted to conquer the place. Those cats were looking for energon, the fuel that keeps us bobbing. And those cats were looking for energon, the fuel that keeps us bobbing. And thanks, Jazz. We tried to keep a low profile, but our war kept heating up until humans started their own World War III all by themselves. After that, it seemed like the Earth abandoned us. We needed energon or we starved to death. So we left aboard a Titan. That's a real ginormous Cybertron named Fortress Maximus.
Cybertronian.
Why'd I say that? Cybertronian. We traveled for, I don't know, years, I guess, decades maybe, looking for energon. Finally, we got a reading on a whole lot of it. Optimus Prime told us to set a course. Now, if you're wondering what the Decepticons were, turns out the answer was right on our tail. which we found out when their Titan, a giant space dinosaur named Tripticon, attacked. They breached our... So basically, it's almost like deja vu!
Yeah.
It's like it's the Ark all over again!
Yeah, but instead of the Ark and the Nemesis, it's Fortress Maximus and
Tripticon, and it crashed on this other planet. But yeah, so apparently they found Fortress, and they eventually found Fortress Maximus, and, well, deja vu reactivated Megatron and then the others. Then Optimus Prime, he might have heard these Decepticons strike against the mining colony. He was trying to protect the miners. That sure sounds like Optimus. My question is, what did you do to him? Mr. Spock, we followed the trail of the anachronistic attackers, but do you have any idea what they are? Who, not what, Lieutenant Eric's. These robots appeared to think, to feel, in both a sensory and emotional capacity. Spit it out, man. And these aren't robots, they're alive. Under all that metal and circuitry, they're as human as you. Or, well, as human as me, anyway. Understood, Captain Mr. Spock. And thank you for the clarification, Engineer. Perhaps we should try to reason them. Aye, sir. But there's nothing here. Sensor detects someone was here, but they appear to be long gone. Red alert! Klingons, they're cloaking off the starboard bow. Raise shield! We've flown right into a trap! Ka-cham! Stabilize! Get us out of here! Mr. Spock, can you hear me? The Enterprise is under attack! Can you and your away team read me? Operation Interception. Communication signals indicate the human forces are divided. Excellent, Soundwave! And with their starship crippled, the world's energon will be ours for the taking! And once again, I shall be victorious! You mean we shall be victorious, Megatron? Together we will drive the Federation out of here for the glory of the Klingon Empire! As you say, Commander Curry, for the glory of the Klingon Empire indeed! Mr. Spock, do you read me? Doctor? Scotty? Captain, I'm afraid it's no use. Our communicators cannot reach outside the walls of this mine. Then we'll have to go get back to camp on foot. Or wheel. You went up for a road trip? Certainly. After all, we have much to teach you about fighting Decepticons. But have you met the Klingons? What are those? Doesn't matter. We'll go with you. Whether he functions or not, Prime would want us to. You sent your ship to engage the Decepticons. You sent your ship to engage the Decepticons alone. Relax. The Enterprise sent them running for the hills already. You do not understand the forces you are dealing with, Doctor. Megatron is treacherous. He will not leave his trail unguarded. Once my fellow Autobots are awakened, perhaps we can pool our resources and go after the Decepticons to get... BAM! Looks like your friends are going to stay in stasis for a while. Uh-oh, cave-in. Blast them! Arachnid! Destroy the humans!
He's in the same position he was in the fucking... the intro of the original cartoon.
Yep, they would do. I love them doing that. Look at them scurry and hide. The Huggins is in the fire now for sure. The mine ship cannot take this kind of beating. The Decepticons had us.
Oh, I get why they have Arachnid now.
Why?
Because she's taking the place of the Black Starscream clone, Skywarp.
Ah!
That's why she's there. Because she's doing what Skywarp was doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can appreciate this now.
Yep. The Decepticons had us outnumbered and outgunned when they shot us down. Any ideas, Ratchet? I do have one idea, RC. I think I know how to get Fortress Maximus up and running again, but it'll be risky. Okay, my large metal friend. What kind of risk do you have in mind?
Well, he likes his risks, I imagine.
Yeah. He's the guy who doesn't believe in a no-win scenario.
He's quite the gambler, I know that much.
Do me a favor, would you, Soundwave? Record the sound of these human screams so I can listen to them again later. Jesus, Starscream!
When the hell did he become a sadist?
Probably being around Arachnid so long.
Actually, no, wait. He was a sadist in the Prime cartoon, too.
Yep. Our wee phasers are outmatched by their firepower. We must use whatever we have on hand, Mr. Scott. I must fight back. Easy there, Fred. Yeah, you're in bad need of repairs. Those miners won't last long without help. We've got to save them. Quickly, humans, take cover behind me. You'll sacrifice yourself for these insects? Away with you wicked contraption. You think you can bring me down with those toys? What were you thinking getting blasted like that? You're even more stubborn than the captain. Speaking of the captain, what's become of him and the others? Are you sure this is a good idea? We'll soon find out. What do you know? And what I do know is this is our best and only chance to defeat the Decepticons. Are you sure the human can withstand the strain of their connection, Ratchet? Trust me, if anyone can, it's the captain. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Lieutenant. Let's hope this works. We're ready.
Considering how much Decay hated Shatner.
Yeah, but Decay is willing to always, when doing the characters.
He was professional.
Just like he did not like. Did you know that Decay did not like when they tried to make Sulu gay in the reboot, saying, even though I'm a gay man, I played him as a straight man.
Yes, I know. Decay spoke out against that, and
he hated that.
I got to give him props for that because he was trying. He wanted them to stay true to his character.
Yep, and they've been basically. Thankfully, they did it vague enough that you could ignore it.
Not really. They kissed.
Well, no. Well, it did come up like you could say he was also a brother figure, and that was his niece or something.
No, they kissed.
Oh, they did. I don't remember them kissing.
I think I remember them kissing.
You sure you're not mistaking that for Lightyear?
I never watched Lightyear.
This shouldn't hurt much. Oh, look, they even reference the reboot movie there.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Again, this is the proper timeline, of course. Connection successful. This is incredible. It's our ship, the Enterprise. Captain Kirk knows every rivet and fuse on board, playing up about how much Kirk loved the Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. Basically his wife.
Are you all right? I'm fine, Maris. I saw the most extraordinary things. I got to admit, that was pretty brave of you. I can see why your crew follows your lead. So Chad is now finally starting to come around.
Yeah, he's starting to be reminded of like the good old days when he could trust humans, like what the hell were the names? Sparkplug and Spike and Spark. Yeah, his dad's Sparkplug, I think.
Yeah. What now, Ratchet? Now I take the data from your captain's memories and get to work. If only Megatron was here to witness my victory over the mighty Optimus Prime. It was Megatron's command that you led the attack. Why do you always take his side? You choose me, and he chose me because he knew I'm the only one who could do it. Can you hear me, Prime? It's over. Come out and face me, or be destroyed hiding like a coward. I will distract them while the rest of you escape. No way. You're my patient, and I'm not letting you walk into a death trap. Indeed, Doctor. In his weakened state, it is illogical for Optimus Prime to engage the enemy. Therefore, Mr. Scott, if you would take my phaser, there is only one prudent course of action left to us. Ha! Optimus sends his new human pet to do battle in his place. Half human. I do not seek battle. It is obvious you maintain a superior advantage. On behalf of my companions, I surrender to you. I never thought I'd see the day. You finally come to your senses and recognize that the Federation stands no chance against the might of the Klingon Empire. You are mistaken. I simply recognize the futility of resisting a superior force. I hope our surrender will ensure the survival of the civilians we are here to protect. Such spineless nobility. He sounds just like you, Prime. Which is why I am proud to stand with him, Starscream. Let the humans leave safely. Why should I? They would not hesitate to put an end to me. Today, Optimus Prime, it's the day you finally ka-choom! I cannot believe my eyes. How in the world did the Enterprise get inside this mood? And who in the bloody blue blazes is following her out of it? You flying like a dream, Windblade. Hands off, human. I've been doing this since I was forged. I certainly don't need any help. I don't suppose you know how to fly. Pray not, but the ground should get smoother up ahead. All right, team. Time to take down some Decepticreeps. In the Klingon ship, what's happening to it? The hull is changing. It is as I feared. The ultimate Decepticon. So basically, Fortress Maximus is the Enterprise, and Tripticon is the Klingon ship.
Oh, that's pretty fucking badass.
Yep. What is that supposed to be? It appears to resemble an overly large metal version of the extinct Earth creature Tyrannosaurus Rex. Though I admit that it seems that it's highly illogical form for a Cybertronian to take. Keep your logic where it is, Spock. Starscream, if any of these Federation targs attempt to escape, destroy them. I'm not sure who, and you understand who's giving the orders here. Fantastic. Now we're stuck between a robot and a hard place. So where the devil is Jim? I hope you don't mind, Captain Kirk, but this version specs are Cybertronian side. The ship should obey your thoughts. though it might prove less strenuous if you think in Cybertronian. Thanks, Ratchet. I'll take that under advisement. Right, after I do this. And looks like Tripticon is too strong for phasers. All Kirk and Ratchet have done is attract his attention. That may be enough, Windblade. While that giant Decepticon is distracted, and you hit him high, and I'll hit him low. Hey, can one of you hit him over here and make it fast? There's nowhere to go, Jazz. Sorry, Arachnid. There's always somewhere to go. In your case, you're going down. RC, where did you... Ah!
I love how they put their rivalry back into this. Thank God.
Even though it's the G1 version, it's still perfect.
It doesn't matter because it's still perfect.
Yep, you claimed your forces could handle it. What happened to that Klingon bravery you've been yabbering about? I fear no enemy, but neither do I fully trust any new ally. Bet you're a bunch of fun at parties. Woof! It's been too long, Starscream. Humans, your Captain Kirk is risking his life piloting the Enterprise and giving you a chance to get to these civilians clear. So move it! The Captain, operating a Constitution-class starship alone, impossible. At a minimum, 23 crew members would be required to... with the right modifications, I could do it with 5, maybe 4 at a bench, referencing Star Trek 3! And Mr. Spock, Mr. Scott, behind you. Oh, Optimus, always putting the well-being of others before you. Let me show you how generosity feels. Ugh, Optimus! Hang on, ma'am. Looks like we've got problems of our own. Indeed you have, Doctor, though not for long. Now, Starscream, I shall show you how this is done. Klingons, dispose of these interlopers. Whoop, bavad, Klingon for the honor of the Empire. Can't we talk this out? You were saying, Commander Curry? All miners are on board and account for, Captain, along with RC and some of your crew. I'm sure she'll be pleased to be out of the battle. Regardless, I believe now would be the time to do that trick we discussed earlier. Some trick. The ship so big, so complicated, so much to control. No, how is this possible? In my moment of victory! My mind, hang on. To what? I'm a doctor, not a magnet. My brain is on fire. You don't see that every day. Well, maybe you don't. Have to maintain control. No matter what. My crew, the miners, they need me. They need the power of Fortress Tiberius!
Nice.
I love that!
Oh, that's right, because like the Autobot Titans have always needed a brain to help them fight.
Yeah.
Like Spike always helped Metroplex.
Yep.
So yeah.
But this is perfect!
It is. It's nice.
Oh, look at that. We don't see the Matrix in there, but that's still a great cover.
It is, actually.
Surrender, Decepticons, to Fortress Tiberius. I have the strength, the power of a Federation starship. I can destroy all Decepticons. I am Maximus. Concentrate, Captain Kirk. You're feeling the resonant emotions of Fortress Maximus, whose body you command. Max's anger, his desire for retribution. Don't let it take over. Captain Kirk was supposed to clear us a way out, just like a human to lose control. Come on, Jazz. Nobody's ever tried something like this. Plus, he's transported all the humans inside him. Right, Bumblebee. And that was supposed to be a safe place. But now I'm not so sure. Jim, for God's sakes, man, these miners can't take much more of whatever you're doing. I hear you, Bones. But the power, Captain, as you are well aware, Starfleet Order 2 prohibits the taking of intelligent life. That might be an exception, Spock. After all, where I come from, dinosaurs went extinct a long time ago. You promised victory, Starscream. The Klingon Empire gave you... Shh! You don't have to go broadcasting that everywhere, Curry. The humans have a Titan as well. What manner of trickery is this? No matter. If Fortress Maximus stood a chance against Tripticon, we would never have crashed on this wretched world. So that's Megatron. Correct, Mr. Sulu, the leader of the Decepticons. He seems the type, Windblade. Look down below. We should regroup before this all gets out of hand. Might be a little late. Where are my Decepticons? Starscream, have you abandoned your post? What does your master bray about now? Starscream is right beside... Starscream? Where'd you go? If every Autobot in the galaxy is here, why should I waste time fighting my equals? Maybe this isn't Energon exactly, But with enough dilithium, I'm sure I can conquer any number of puny little fleshlings and be the ruler I was always destined to be. I don't like the looks of this. Megatron's mad. The Klingons team up with the Decepticons. They made their cyberbed. Let them enter rest mode in it. You may have a point, but the Federation protects all life when possible. That includes Klingons. I can get behind that philosophy, Maurice. If you want to save lives, start with your own. And duck. Whoa! And they're so ginormous. Almost squashed us without noticing. Remember how mad you were at humans, Jazz? Well, think about how we feel about you. What now? Starscream, you treacherous bucket of bullets! Oh, I figured you'd be otherwise occupied, Megatron. See you later. Disappearing into thin air won't hide you from my vengeance. Curry, this is your doing. You let Starscream get your cloaking device. We were allies. Honor demands honor. Bah! The only honor is victory through any means. It's ironic, Megatron. You would do anything to win, yet you ultimately fail every time. Well. Look who decided to rejoin the party. You can barely stand, Prime, so it's time to fall. Megatron's right about one thing. The big red guy looks like it'll be in bad shape. And not just him. Those Klingons don't stand any more of a chance than we do against Triptychon's feet. Take this. You crash and force me to crash. Put me in stasis lock for decades, and now can feel the burning. Remember who you are. You're not Fortress Maximus. I am. If Jim's connected to this machine, and this machine's about to get stomped into oblivion, yes, Doctor, logic would indicate that the captain is in significant peril. Yet you soft and spark weaklings, you never stood a chance. And I should have ended you the moment we met, Curry. Today is a good day to die. And funny, I heard that about next Thursday. Let's stick around and find out, okay, little buddy? I will destroy you as easily as a Klingon, Autobot whelp. That's a fact, Jack. Autobots! I am James T. Kirk, captain of the Starship Enterprise, and I came here to protect life. Triptychon, enough! Starscream betrayed us. We must catch and destroy him. Decepticons, retreat! They're getting away. Don't worry, insects. We'll be back to crush you soon enough. Jim, are you in there? Can you hear us? Yes, it's me, Bones. Just getting my brain back in one piece. Your captain fought admirably, Mr. Spock. It takes a strong mind to survive the convergence process. On behalf of the United Federation of Planets, I hereby arrest you for spare me your noise, Federation scum. Do us the honor of executing us now, rather than throwing us in a stinking Starfleet cell. You have a bigger problem, Commander Curry. My scans picked up Starscream leaving here and heading straight for Klingon space. Megatron and the other Decepticons are in hot pursuit. Knowing Starscream, he'll be looking for his own world to conquer. So a bad guy conquers a world full of other bad guys. I don't see the problem. Despite our status as adversaries, we should do what we can to protect the murder of innocent Klingons by a hostile power. But before we do that, where is the real Enterprise? Any luck, Uhura? Negative. No response to our distress calls. We're on our own, Eric. On our own, with no impulse engines and an unresponsive warp core, and we have no idea whether the captain and our fellow crew members are alive. Wait, I'm picking up an incoming transmission. I don't believe it. It's the Starship Enterprise. Don't worry, Uhura. You're still in the flagship. It's a long story. I'm here with the others, a brig full of Klingons, and a few new friends I'm beaming over. I'm afraid our ship's corridors are just a bit too big, and we to fit all of you, so our hangar bay will have to do. Mr. Spock, you have the con. Captain Kirk, aren't you coming back to the ship? It's complicated, Lieutenant. For now, I'm staying put. But we're all on the same page. I've established shipwide communication for all of us. Captain, time is of the essence. If we do not pursue the Decepticons, we risk seeing the Klingon Empire conquered by this new enemy. If we do not pursue them into Klingon space, it could be considered an act of war. We need repairs before we go anywhere. Scotty, get the Enterprise back at her feet. Optimus, any technological know-how you and your people have is very welcome. We will help however we can, Captain. People? Good. The clock's ticking. In the meantime, we just have to decide if we invade the Klingon Empire to save it. We can find more dilithium elsewhere, Megatron. No doubt, Soundwave. But to let Starscream and to his own devices is unacceptable. If his betrayal goes unpunished, it will only invite further betrayal by others. And the dilithium in his possession rightfully belongs to me. I have humored Starscream's ambition long enough. It is time to put an end to them once and for all. Yeah, right.
I never fucking understood why he kept giving Starscream so many second chances. Yeah, like what? How fond of you are him?
I know, and deliver him to his fate. And here we are at last. Just what I've always wanted. My very own planet. Kronos, the Klingon homeworld. Like I said, this was originally 4 issues, but it did so well, it got extended to it, and I can see this whole Starscream plot was clearly added to lead into it.
I can see why. I've enjoyed the story thus far.
Yeah. Captain's log. In orbit over Cygnus 7, the Enterprise has been joined by a most unusual starship, a replica of the Enterprise, accurate to the smallest detail, each of which was pulled from my mind by a Cybertronian. Invading the Klingon Empire seems a rash course of action, Captain Kirk. Perhaps your thoughts are still clouded by those of Fortress Maximus. My head is as clear as ever, Ratchet. Listen, Fred, I don't know where you went to medical school, but leave the captain's health to me. With pleasure. Mr. Spock, as acting captain of the real Enterprise, do you concur? Perhaps I would phrase the command differently, Captain, but action must be taken. My only hesitation is the state of our ship. Our battle with the Decepticons left the Enterprise in a weakened state and filled our hangar bay with a most unique accumulation of gas. We've got the Decepticons on the run. We can't give up now. You know I'd follow you to the gates of hell, Captain, but the Enterprise, she cannot take more of a beating and risking her for the likes of Klingons. Once again, we have inadvertently brought our conflict to you and your adversaries. Neither I nor the other Autobots share your animosity towards Klingons. It's our duty to protect them, even if we go it alone. You wouldn't stand a chance, Optimus Prime, not without Fortress Maximus, and I'm the only one who can control him at the moment. But I understand where you're coming from. The Federation's most important law, our Prime Directive, is an oath of non-interference in developing cultures. Then consider this Prime's directive. By action or inaction, I shall allow a Cybertronian to cause no harm to any civilization, no matter the relationship with my allies. But we must retaliate against the Federation. First, they laid claim to Cygnus 7, and we still have no idea what has happened to our forces there. Now multiple unidentified vessels cross the neutral zone. This is an act of aggression. The Federation leaves us no choice but war. Blast it! We're too late! You were late 4 million years ago! That said, I'm glad I took a few moments to learn your language. So, rough, guttural, aggressive. I love it. And as for your frail little fleshlings, meet your new ruler, Emperor Starscream the First! Captain's log supplemental. 2 Enterprises en route to Kronos at maximum warp. Our plan, well, that's still in discussion. I'm not about to leave you alone, Optimus, but I can't risk my crew blindly. The burden of leadership is the same, whether human or Cybertronian. Standing by your principles, knowing every command risks the lives of friends and allies. I still see the faces of every man and woman I've lost. As do I, Captain. The Autobots trust their lives to me, and I to them. I only wish I had more than one life to lay down. More than one. That might just work. Mr. Scott, we're 6 hours from Kronos. How much inorganic material can a replicator create in that time? Captain, you cannot be serious. And you have never heard anyone more serious. You will do my bidding, and you and your people will die. Ha! You threaten death to the Klingon High Council? You know nothing about. Any Klingon would choose death with honor before a life of damn honor. I've crushed more High Council than Klingons have words for an awkward bladed weapon. And every government has a breaking point. If the leaders really wanted to die with honor, they'd be on a battlefield, not hiding in a city out of the line of germ. Sire, the Autobots follow me here. But how and why? Who cares if I conquer some angry little organics? All right, Klingon, you want to prove how tough you are? Get it ready for the fight of your... Why are you pointing at me? Ow! Hey, that hurts! Quit it! Oh no. It's not Autobots. It's worse. You have no idea how much worse. Soundwave, increase our forces! As you command, Megatron, Ravage, Laserbeak, Buzzsaw, Rumble. Frenzy. Eject. Eject.
Oh shit!
Operation Annihilate.
Oh shit! He's ejecting all of them.
Let's talk about proof! You dare defy me, Starscream? I will show you what it takes to command an empire. This planet, whatever it's called, is now under my command. To me, my warrior, we will raise this world and rebuild it as a new chaos, capital of the Decepticon Empire. Soundwave, have your cassettes control those scurrying hairy crickets. We'll need them to mine dilithium for our expansion. Let us conquer the Human Federation first. Megatron, we are not alone. Operation Retaliation. Autobots and Starfleet officers, we fight together. Damn!
That's pretty cool.
Oh, look, they even gave him Autobot armor.
That's pretty sweet.
And you're too late. This world is mine. A world does not belong to anyone, Megatron. It belongs to all the life forms who call it home. These Klingons respect my power. They will do my bidding with pleasure. Commander Curry may disagree with you. Commander, you and the other Klingons we captured are free to go now. You betrayed me, Megatron. Any truce between us is over. Truce? Why do I need a truce when I've already captured your planet? So long as one Klingon heart still beats, you will never be victorious. Very well. Decepticons, destroy them all!
Oh shit, they got acid rain in there too?
Yep, let's see how long your new toys last in acid bath. That'll last longer than you will.
Acid storm. That's what it was. I thought it was acid rain.
Commander, are you all right? I am, Mr. Scott. The Cybertronic armor we replicated is quite sturdy indeed. So these are all armors. These are synthetic Cybertronians.
Mm-hmm.
You will fail here on Kronos, just as you failed on Earth, Megatron. You're a fool, Optimus. Look around. You lost this fight even before it even began. We outnumber your Autobot. We overpower you with our strength, and your human allies are sorely outmatched. Hey, Mr. Sulu, time for that trick up our sleeve. Good idea, Scotty. On guard. The sword, and that's his posy. Ha ha.
Yeah. Aha.
Yeah, from that one episode.
Yeah, because he's a fencer.
Yep. Come here, kitty. Thanks, RC. Oh, he grabbed Ravage! Where you see weakness, Megatron, I see resolve. Enough of this! We made preparations of our own. Soundwave, bring them to their knees! I always hope to finish you off on Cybertron, Optimus, but Kronos will suffice. And you, Captain Kirk, I assume you can hear me in there. My next conquest will be your pathetic homeworld. Earth will make a fine addition to my growing empire. No, you seek this, my mercy, Klingon? No, I simply want to point out that your sonic weapon has no effect on Klingon ears. Before Kirk beamed us down, he made a technical suggestion that was quite impressive for a human. We made preparation as well, modifying our weapons, maximum effect on Cybertronians. What? Damn! The Decepticons underestimated us, but they have learned to their detriment that there is more to us than meets I.
Wait, hold on. Go back.
There is more to us than meets than I.
Okay, close enough, brother.
Yep. Than I. Say that, brother. Okay. Kept his log, something mental. We have established a tenuous truce between the Federation and the Klingons. We had to leave the Decepticons in their control, which I was hesitant to do, given the potential for future conflict between us. Ah, jeez! In the meantime, it feels good to be walking around on human legs again. You sure you don't want to follow us back to Earth, Optimus? Your offer is appreciated, Captain, but our destiny is elsewhere. But should the time come that Earth ever needs protection, or the Federation needs an ally, you know how to reach us. Indeed we do. We'll keep that hailing frequency wide open. Now, if you'll forgive me, I'll say goodbye with a twist of my first officer's preferred saying. Live long, Autobots, and roll out.
Bravo. Bravo.
Great story, wasn't it?
It was a great story. I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I deeply enjoyed this.
What did you like best about it?
Everything. There wasn't a single thing in this entire comic that I could find wrong or didn't like.
All the characters were in character. The threat felt good. It connected everything very well. I mean, being G1 and yet still having later Transformers in there, it's a little off, but not bad. And at least they kept it to Windblade and Arachnid, at least.
Yeah. It also helped that it was primarily a Star Trek story.
Yeah.
With the Transformers being a supporting cast.
Exactly.
So we were able to concentrate more on the more human element.
Exactly. And at least Jazz, I mean, it's the fact that you were so shocked at how Jazz was acting.
Yeah, that kind of took me by surprise. Again, Jazz, the second in command of the Autobots, was always the most trusting of the humans. But even again, more so than Optimus.
But again, it makes sense here. After what you heard about what happened, a world war and a eugenics war.
Yeah, he became jaded over time.
But, of course, Kirk's the one to remind him of the best of humanity.
Yeah. It probably reminded him of Spike and Sparkplug. And
Yep. But so what did you think about the artwork overall?
It was great. It was very G1-esque. I've never seen the cartoon, but you say it's accurate to the cartoon.
Oh, very much so. It was Filmation, same guys who did He-Man.
Okay, so it was all very, very good. I liked it quite a bit. It was very retro, that's that whole style. It's something that has a lot of charm to it.
Yeah, and it felt like the writing. Well, first one is John Barber, the guy who helped work out that Transformers versus G.I. Joe comic we did long ago. And Mike Johnson, the guy who was writing the Star Trek comic that continued on the reboot.
You're kind of muffled there. Did something happen to your audio?
How do I sound now?
Sound better.
Okay, I don't know what happened. And I was saying...
I think you went a little too far away from your mic.
Possibly, but as I said, Mike Johnson, the co-writer, worked on the Star Trek comics, which basically filled in, was in between the movies and adapted in its own way original series episodes, but fitting it into the Kelvin timeline.
Okay. So either way, this I could tell that there was a lot of love for both franchises in this.
Yep.
There was a great deal of love, and I couldn't be happier having experienced this now.
Yep. Glad we went over this one. Yep.
Yeah. And, anyone watching this, go out and read this because it's well worth it.
It is. And eventually you and I will go over Transformers 84, which is the prequel to the Marvel Comics. We were going to do it here, but it's really dense. Very wordy. What do you expect from Simon Furman?
That might be a 2 or 3-parter.
Maybe it depends on how much reading I go through. Because I will skip if it's too wordy. I will skip a lot.
Okay, well, either way, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on for this one.
Yep, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Take care.